welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. The EPL is hot. But we're not starting. Charity start from home. Last week here, it was insurance taking on Shooting Stars. No, it was Shooting Stars taking on insurance because Shooting Stars were at home. And then Ibadan was hot. And you know, when the insurance left Benin, look, we have landed. We are here for war. And it was a thriller in Ibadan. Insurance went 2 goals up, and Shooting Stars came back fighting and said that this one, even we have to look at lose at 2 before our fans, and it ended up 2-2. That is what we're talking about. Our own league now, the MPFL, Nigerian Premier Football League. It is the Premier League, our own Premier League. So guys are up there. We're having officiating that are not in the other way around. We're having excitement. Teams can win away if you play well. Don't be there is nowhere in the world where you don't have a lot of controversies. In fact, this show we are going to talk about some of the controversies that have been taking place even in England, in and other parts of Europe when referees do officiate. Because in spite of the VAR, people still say, look, what is the essence of this? If a referee can say, look, I forgot to draw the line, and that is what it is. So today we'll be looking at the MPFL. It is this is the halfway mark. They've come a long way. They are here. It is an abridged league. So by week 9, because it's going to be 18 matches in the first week and in the first stanza, it is after this stanza that we have the Super 6. So all they are doing now is to qualify for the Super 6. That is what is happening right here, right now. And this is the 9th week. So after this, it is interval. They go for 3 weeks and come back. When they come back, that is when they now start the second stanza, and then the top 3 from each group will now qualify for the Super 6. But that is the MPFL. We're going to talk a little bit of the MPFL today. We're going to engage you fans and see how many of you are following your teams, who are the superstars that are there, which teams you are supporting, and how can you be part of this. So we're going to do that. The Women's World Cup is on there that now. They qualified and then they left 3 spaces for playoffs. So that playoff is what is going on now. I tell you, a lot of fun. My guys in the house, we were talking about this. Senegal is there representing Africa. Cameroon is there representing Africa. There is the Chinese Taipei. There is Paraguay. There is Panama. There is Haiti. And there is Portugal. I think Portugal looks to be the biggest name among others are there. But right now, they are going into the last phase. The last 6 teams are qualified. And one of those teams from the group ABC will join the other teams to make up all the teams that are playing at the FIFA World Cup. It's taking place in New Zealand, so just get ready to follow that. Super Falcons, I want to say that this is the 7th match they have played. I wanted maybe Theo will tell us the result when the time is right. But they are our Super Falcons. I don't know how they are getting on. In the APL last week, somebody went out and we said, no, the elephant, fell down from the tree. But right now, it's like the elephant is back on the tree. But this is what we want to talk about here is, we want to start before, let me just introduce my guys because before we talk about the MPFL, Yabi, welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Ken. Good afternoon, Via. It's a good show for the league in Ibadan last week.
Yeah.
We bantered there over who was going to...
Joe said you were lucky.
Take one. No, I don't see that as being lucky. Coming from 2 goals down. Yes, the first half wasn't really good for the Oli soccer lot. But don't forget, like I said on the program last week, that the stadium has become a fortress. We don't lose.
You don't lose. At Ibadan, you don't lose. Okay, let's see, because we have... we have the chairman of the IMC, the Interim Management Committee, right here joining us at interval. He's going to be very short, very brief. I will just have to get him out of the business schedule to be part of this show. Honorable Benga Elegbe, he is the IMC chairman. Hello, sir. You're welcome to the show.
Yeah, Ken. Good morning.
Good morning. I know. We just go to what it is halftime. Yeah. It is halftime for the league in the first stanza. What has been your major challenges so far in the MPFL league?
Thank you. When we started, we took some things into consideration for us to have a good league. First, we know that we must have good playing arena. Secondly, we know that players and officials' welfare is very paramount to us. And thirdly, which is very, very important, is officiating. You can set everything okay in the league, but poor officiating will kill everything you have done. That we took those things into consideration. But I would say so far so good. The issue of club licensing, we took it seriously, but you cannot achieve all this at a go. So that's why we said playing arena and welfare of the of footballers, then officiating is very important to us, which so far we have done. Like I said, we are not owing any of the referees in the past. We had owed them money for 3 years, but now we are not owing them any day. Once you want to go and officiate, you get the alert on your phone a day before you go to the field to officiate. And we increase the bonuses, and we increase the traveling allowances, yet we still pay for hotel accommodation and feeding. So I just want to put them in the mercy of the home team. Now, so far, you'll be seeing that even in a single match day, we had 4 away wins. So matches a team can go and play anywhere. If you play well, you will definitely be victorious. That's nothing to do with referee inducement or crowd violence. We punish a team now by doesn't treat 3 points because a referee was attacked. So we want the referees to have confidence that the league is quite supportive and very of their welfare and security. So far, it has been very fantastic. Of course, there have been occasional flashes of poor officiating, so you cannot get it right. Certainly, we must have such. And the NFF adapted promptly, and the referee appointment committee were with such few cases. So we hope to continue to go in this way, then and do well. The result is that the intention is to have a team, a league champion that can compete favorably with the other African teams in CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup. Because you see now we have not been doing well since the days when the Imba won back-to-back. Nigerian teams will be going to the continent with a very poor result. So we feel if the best team is allowed to win with a very credible league management, then Nigerian teams can go to Africa and actually compete with the rest of the world. So that's it.
Okay, you talk about club licensing. What are the areas that you believe that, okay, probably we cannot follow this up, but maybe by the second stanza, you have to up it, because I don't think there are things that you should allow the clubs in terms of a players' contract. Do you guys see the players' contract, or because when clubs say they indemnify the players before you approve the licenses, do you see the players' contract? Are you privy to that?
Yeah, we did. Of course, they all submitted their players' contract to us. We told them that if you don't pay your players, we probably have to sanction the club. And occasionally, we have money to give them. If you look at the clubs that are owing players, we don't give them such money. We'll probably ask for the account of footballers and credit it instead of playing the clubs. We cannot owe players and you expect the players to just remain in your club hungry. And an hungry person is going to be an angry player. So that means I don't give her the best. And again, we feel that if you want to impose sanction on all the club licensing criteria, probably just out of the 20 clubs, probably have like 2, 3, or 4. So that would be very bad for Nigeria. So I've only just 4 leagues, clubs playing the professional league. So we feel that, okay, let's go into the areas of playing arena. That's why you see some clubs are playing away from their home because they don't have a very good home playing pitch. Then again, you see footballers now are happier because clubs are actually paying their salaries. They don't win them. But to the best of our knowledge, again, some clubs, we believe that government should not wholeheartedly own or 100% own football clubs, so that there should be private sector's involvement. And some clubs actually, I'll give you an example of better insurance, where they launched a referee, their jersey when they invited us. And a particular commercial bank invested in the club, which by my reckoning, that can even take them for the whole of the season. Those are the things that we want. So they are not government owing, and again, government appointing politicians to manage clubs who actually are not even professional football managers. Then the team will not actually do well. And then we start seeing people owing a club owing footballers because those managing it are not actually in the tune of what football management is all about. So, but we cannot achieve all this as a goal. But players' welfare, that we have taken into consideration. Playing pitches, yes. Then insurance for footballers. You cannot have footballers who are playing for you and you don't insure them. Anything can happen. So those are the things that we made compulsory. So there is gradual process. by the second stanza, again, we'll have a review how many of the clubs are complying. Then those that are not complying probably will have to get sanctions.
I believe part of the reason why you have the abridged league is to make sure that you don't have much of all these midweek games. I mean, how many midweek games have we played in this first stanza? It looked like about 3 or 4. So already.
No, let me tell you why. The abridged league is for us to be able to conform with international football calendar. So we said we have to finish in May. And if you don't have an abridged league, we'll not be able to finish in May. You just have to have just a single season to make this sacrifice. Nigeria need to align with the international football calendar. Everybody finish in May, then they start by August. But here, most times they finish in July. So and that would not be. They cannot start when the rest of the world will start. Then again, we cannot submit names of our clubs who are going to represent us in African Championship before we conclude the league. So the idea of a bridge league is just for this season alone, so that Nigeria need to make that sacrifice and conform with international football calendar. Let's talk about the issue of midweek matches.
Games. Yes, yeah.
We planned just for 2. Midweek matches. We planned just for 2. But unfortunately, the political scenario in the country made it impossible. Because most of the stadium we use belongs to state government. Now there are presidential campaign rallies, and the government will say we want to use the place. It means the home team cannot actually play a match there. So we have to find another day for them to go and play the match. So that is the reason why we are having more than the required 2 number of midweek matches because of the political campaigns. For instance, now, yesterday, Academy Warriors were supposed to have a match, but the presidential campaign trail of the APC were in Maiduguri yesterday. So again, the match has to be postponed because the stadium belongs to the government. And the government, at any time, can decide to use the place. We cannot stop them. So we have to adjust our program and timetable again for the team to adjust and play the match in another midweek. So everything is supposed to end yesterday or today, but we're ending it on Wednesday.
Okay. How safe are the grounds now? Are you assuring football fans that they can come and watch matches and watch games, and then nobody is will feel threatened, while they're within the stadium?
Yeah, we made an appraisal, sometimes last week to look at the number of people coming to watch matches. We've seen a lot of improvement, people going to stadium to watch matches, because now, whether you are a gentleman or you are a civil servant or whatever, you may likely not want to go to stadium because of some hoodlums. But now that clubs know that sanction will be imposed, particularly deducting 3 points from them, they are the ones controlling their fans now to behave well and not to be violent. So the stadium is very free. You can go and watch matches without being molested. It is quite a new experience.
The rules that you are using, is it the former rules and regulations, or you made new rules for the abridged league?
Well, let me just say rules are generic. Most of the rules we talk about, whether former or present, what we copy Nigeria, are not the other countries copy from FIFA. And again, we now model it after the EPL. So it's not a new rule. The rules have been there before, but the fact is that if you have rules and you don't actually enforce it, then that means you don't have rules. When there's no law, there's no punishment, that means the law can be easily violated. The same rule, we just modify it.
The modification, like you're saying, okay, now if a team is found wanting, crowd control or whatever, and then you deduct 3 points from them, is it in the old rules or is it in the modified rules?
It's in the old rule. It is in the old rule. The league board is supposed to just look at it and take the one they feel is appropriate. But we feel this has been done in the past. You ask teams to pay money. You find them for crowd violence. They will still continue. The issue is that it's not all about paying money. We'll pay now. Let us fight. We'll fight the referee. We'll fight the visiting teams. Are the ones they will say they sanction us to pay money. We feel that's not enough. So when the team know that, look, they will deduct 3 points from us if you guys go astray by invading the pitch, by attacking officials, then we are going to be in serious trouble. 3 points means a lot to clubs. You can actually lead a club to relegation. So that means they need to be more proactive. That's why we are seeing the situation we are seeing now. We only had such ugly situation, one against Bayelsa United, and we deducted 3 points. So, of course, they have the right to appeal, but that we feel that we don't want such. Why a referee will be beaten up by fans, while visiting teams will be molested, where even ordinary people that came to come to the stadium to watch match will be molested. We don't want it. It doesn't happen anywhere. So, I mean, if we want to have a good league, there must be sanity. So that's what we do. And we stand by it.
Okay, because why I'm asking it that, you know, that there have been some grumblings, and people have said, look, maybe you guys have been too arbitrary in all this, that maybe if you're taking these rules that, you know, you would have sat down, to adapt this rule, that the whole house with the clubs to say these are the rules guiding, you know, the abridged league, but that was not done.
No, that's not true. Before we started, we had meetings with the club chairman, and we told them this, that we announced them that the sanction now will be, we did not point if if we have crowd evasion. We mentioned it to the clubs before. That is not correct. Everybody, we inform the clubs, and they know. So we cannot just wake up one day and start enforcing rules without telling those that the rules will be affected. That is arbitrary. So we don't. That's what I mean. That's autocratic. So we don't do that.
Okay, I know after week 9 you have the opportunity to tell Nigerians how far you've gone. But before we let you go, the opportunity to talk to Nigerian fans on the new look NPFL, what they have on ground, and probably what should attract them to the investors and fans and to come in. What is the attractiveness that is that you have brought into the league, different from what was there before?
All right, now we talk about good officiating. That you mentioned it. We said it before. That we talk about good playing pitches that are television friendly. We talk about getting the players to be paid as at when due. Those are the principal things that are very important to a football league. Then again, we want a league where best teams won based on performance, not based on referees' deliberate attempt to make them to win matches. So those are the things that I'm sure investors are actually seeing what we are doing now, because you cannot imagine a situation whereby Nigerian league is rated behind some 4 African countries where ordinarily football should not be, they should be far below our own. So we could be wondering, what are the reasons? The reasons are all these we are mentioning. Failure to impose sanctions, failure to adapt to club licensing rules, and failure to do the right thing at the right time. But that's what we're doing. And again, failure to pay referees.
Okay, you are not going here. Just one more minute. My colleague just asked me that, look, we are hearing stories that, of course, the league is partially now on television. What is the situation? When are we going to expect a full league on television? Are the former guys who are, doing it, are they coming back? Who are you? What are the expectations in this regard?
Oh, thank you very much. And when we came in, the league was not on television. It was on television. We know that we need to be on TV. And what we did first is that I led a team to win the NCADG. That we want you to come, at least for a start. Let's be on your channel. Give us a slot, which NCA did. So now, what we suggested doing is to show just one match per week. We call it Star Match, and NCA will do that one live. But now we've been having meetings with some other broadcast companies as to come in and I mean, so that we can get more matches on television. That is it. I'm sure by God's before we end the league, there will be positive result. Yeah.
All right, well, you are letting nothing out of the bag.
Yeah.
That is it. What our appetite? Let us know that the house. I mean, maybe by the second stanza of the league, we are going to have more matches on whatever, or how the progress is we are going. We want to watch this match.
Ken, you know me very well. I will not come to the public and say what is not possible, what is online. I mean, what is online. Yeah. The fact is that we just initiated meeting with some broadcast companies. So forget about the rumor that I read on to say we have been going to be showing matches, and we have an agreement. And I read it, I was very happy with it. It's very, very huge. I guess the person woke up from the wrong side of the bed and just tried to write what the line. So there was something like that. I've not been any agreement with any broadcast company. Nothing like that at all. We just initiated a move. Okay. We are yet to even have meeting. Just mere correspondence. So no meeting yet. And by the time the meeting will come up, it will be open. You can't meet with a broadcast company and Nigerians will be in the dark. No, everybody must know about it. Okay. It has to be open. So for now, it's just mere correspondence. There was never a meeting of IMC sitting down with any broadcast company. None like that. But I read it somewhere online. I was laughing. This person said, hey, they have a meeting, arrangement is on ground, very huge agreement. Something is coming in. That's why I said that person will come from the wrong side of the bed. Yes, but there was nothing like that. There was never a meeting. What we had was just mere correspondence and agreement to meet at a certain date, which the date is not even now. Okay. So that's it.
All right. Thanks. It's been a pleasure having you. I think you can go and tee off now.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, thank you. I'm grateful. Nice talking to you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, welcome back. Still Channel Sport on Sunday. Still trying to make your day look good. You had from the chairman of the IMC, he's saying the things they're putting the club licensing and every other that is going on, good officiating. That's look. And then safety of the grounds, so that you and your family, it can be family friendly. I think we just put it that way. We got family friendly. But last week, before we left last week, it was Shooting Stars versus Insurance. Both of them were on this set. That was the star match. And this week, Insurance again is on the star match because they're taking on the big elephant, the only team that have won the championship.
When you're big, you're big. When you're big, regardless of whether you're in the league or not, once you come back, no, acknowledge your presence. You
understand? So Insurance, they're taking on Enyimba today and some other. Let us see some of those. But that is the star match. If you are close by Ogbe Stadium in Benin, that is where the action is. The action was at Ibadan. So here, there they are.
Okay, so Benden Insurance will be taking on Enyimba. These two teams have 4 points.
The two top teams. The two top teams in the
they have 4 points separating both of them. Yeah. So whatever happens, even if Enyimba goes ahead to win, it will not change the position. Yeah. But closing the gap is very, very important for them.
Insurance are the only
they remain the only unbeaten team.
Yeah.
And beyond that, beyond the 3 points, what is also at stake is the league goal scorer. Yeah. Currently, Emeka Obioma currently leads the scorers chart with 7 goals. Closely followed by Imade, who has 5 of Benden Insurance. Also, Sarki has 4. Okay. So between Sarki and Imade, they've scored them 9 goals for Benden Insurance. So Enyimba needs to really be wary of those 2 guys. Their partnership this season has really
Imade scored in the first four leagues.
Meanwhile, Obioma didn't start scoring until like the 4th week.
And
he started banging braces and all the like. So, like you said, we're happy that Insurance is on fire. We're happy that also Enyimba is coming to the table. Again, what we're happy about is the fact that the league is gaining how do I put it, the credence that it should have.
Exactly.
Because now we've seen a lot more away wins this season. We've recorded less, how do I put it, incidents.
Less violence
incident. And from what the IMC chairman said, they've come hard on wherever they witness any infraction, which is good. Team will always come and say, oh, the state government will pay the fine. But when they know that the 3 points will be deducted, and in this kind of league, like he said, 3 points is very, very crucial. Your team can get relegated because of 3 points. So
it's only 18 matches.
It's only 18 matches.
So this one is like it's a sprint. It's not a marathon that you can recover.
It's another the
moment you forget to leave your starting block until on here, you are gone.
So for me, I like the excitement around the league now. Yeah. People want to go back to the stadium. I can't wait for this election season to be over.
Yeah.
And I'm sure once this is over, our attention again will go back to the
all right, right. Insurance
so for the other games, El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri will be taking on the whole affairs Kwara United. Kwara really battling to survive.
They survive. Their new coach.
Exactly. Whether they will do that remains to be seen. Gombe United, having not done badly this year, too, hosting Plateau.
They They lost their first away game after going. I think they went 3-4 matches away without losing a single match. They just lost the line.
So, but that game
that
game too is postponed. The Oli soccer lot, they will again be at home to Aqua United. They need to do better. They need to move up.
That's another tough encounter.
Yes, that's another because
after Aqua United lost the opening to Ben Insurance.
They've been on fire.
They've been playing well. This is Group B.
Bayelsa United will be hosting Enugu Rangers. That's another big game. Lobby Stars will be taking on Doma United. Dakada FC will be visiting Niger Tornadoes. Sunshine Stars will be hosting Wiki Tourists. And we'll see Abia Warriors taking on Rivers United.
The Abia Rivers match will not be taking place because Rivers United are actually in Uyo taking on Asec Mimosa for the CAF Confederation Cup second match. Remember, in their first match at Point North last week, they lost 3-0. So this is a must win for Rivers United. We're happy that they are the last team standing. And for those of you, please, like Sammy Wejina says, he said this is a Nigerian project. They are the only team standing in the continent now. All other teams have all gone out. So let us give the maximum support we can give them. Where the great Ernest Okonkwo, he says, when you cheer before a goal is scored, you are a part of those making to happen. But when you cheer after it has happened, you're only reacting, to an incident. Let us be part of those who make Rivers United be what they are. If you're anywhere near, if you're in Port Harcourt, if you're in Aba, if you're in Owerri, if you're in Yenagoa, if you're in Calabar, the way you ought to be is Uyo. Go there and give your support. And those of you in Uyo, you have no other things to do than just go to the stadium, Nest of Champions, make it a Nigerian champion team. Go and support Rivers United in their quest to bring glory to mother, father, Nigeria. Please do that. There is nothing else we want to say about that one. We are going to open the lines. You can join us and let us see your take on what is happening here. But this is a sad one. Christain Atsu. Christain Atsu. He is playing in Turkey. He has, I have a good memory of him. He has played for Chelsea, Newcastle United, and a great lot of teams. When this earthquake happens, a few days later, he went missing, and they said, I think the Ghanaian FA, or I think it's the club chairman that came to look. They found him, but later on they found out, it wasn't true. Later on, just some 48 hours ago, his body was discovered, and then we lost him. Yes. That's Christain Atsu. I remember this guy. I remember him in the year that Newcastle were relegated, and then Rafa Benitez was the coach, and he went to them to bring them back. And in that playoff match against Preston, he scored a beautiful goal, Man, no, I tell you this. Take that. That is from Hatayas Paradise Club.
Okay.
The
Ghanaian Football Association.
Yeah.
The Ghanaian Football Association has received the sad news. Okay, that was taken away, but that was basically a statement,
talking about exactly.
Yes.
Condolences. Atsu joined Atsu in September after my season with the Saudi Arabian side.
Yeah.
He scored the winning goal on February 5 in the Super Liga
in fact, even before the earthquake, he scored the winning goal in their last game.
So we were waiting to receive waiting for a miracle
to happen.
The manager, and this is coming from the club, the funeral of our football player, Christain Atsu, who lost his life under the debris, the rubble that has debris on his way. He's on his way to be sent to his hometown. Actually, the burial was actually meant to have happened yesterday, and I'm not sure whether that happened, but his body was
this is February. I think this was yesterday, February 18th.
Yes, exactly. Because it was meant to be buried yesterday.
Yeah, I think probably.
The Ghana Football Association has received the sad news of the recovery of the body of Christain Atsu from the rubble following the earthquake that struck southern and central Turkey on Monday, February 6, 2020.
So we're expecting a miracle to happen when they declared him missing after those earthquakes. But initially, the manager came out to say, they found him. So I don't know what happened. So at the end of the day, that sad news.
In fact, yesterday when Newcastle was playing as the wife and his two kids. They were there. It was quite a moving sight. Christain Atsu, onward soldier, a fighter, represent Ghana creditably, very, very well. Was a player, was their best player. I think one of the tournament of in recent past.
In the Nations Cup.
Yes, when he was there.
When they lost to Ivory Coast in the final.
Yes, he was the very best player in that particular tournament. So we want to say from here that our heart goes out, to the Ghanaian Football Association, to his immediate family, to his wife, his adoring wife, and his children, and we pray that yes, his soul.
Ken, when things like this happen, and when you see the figures like 40,000 people lost their lives in this kind of in this thing, but with Atsu, it brought it closer home.
Exactly.
And
it is not just a figure.
Not just a figure.
Yeah.
It's not just a figure. You
can place a face. You can place your feeling on it.
And the feeling on it. When you watch those things on online, traditional media, you just figures. But now, so sad.
He was just
but
okay.
It was just 31.
Our heartfelt condolences to Ghanaians and his family.
Okay. All right. Away from that, let us at the Women World Cup playoff is going right there in New Zealand, and then you have 3 teams will qualify from there. That is Group A, Group B, and Group C. Like I said, it's Cameroon and Senegal are the teams representing Africa, which means Africa can have more qualifiers, more teams participating. Then I don't know Senegal. I don't know what happened to Senegal. But if we can get the results of that encounter, because guys, if you hear that Haiti is playing, I'm sorry, I don't mean any disrespect, but hear that Haiti is playing Senegal, even in your sleep, what would be what would you think?
Obviously, but that's the thing.
But for Senegal to lose 4-0 to Haiti, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4.
The football has moved.
in women's football. This kind of result don't baffle me, really.
Can you play against American women?
No, we can't.
You.
Ken.
No.
Even FIFA won't allow that.
No. I wouldn't take that.
Even FIFA.
I wouldn't take that.
Won't allow that. That's their profession. So.
Okay.
But like you said, Haiti trashing the Senegalese women from Senegal. 4 goals to 0. I think is unthinkable, but it's football.
What do we have on the line?
Owolafe.
Owo.
These Ghanaians, I really pity them, and they are so sorry. It happens sometimes like this, but this one, we should thank God in this country. I really, it's painful for this guy. I know this guy when he's playing for my Chelsea. You understand?
Yeah, he played for Chelsea.
Yeah. I know this guy. When you mentioned about Para United, please, give us the respect. Give us respect, because Kwara United is coming back by the grace of God. We have a new coach now, and
can survive relegation.
Don't you laugh now. Where are you laughing for? Where are you laughing? Ken, where are you laughing for? I don't understand.
I love Kwara United, but because of you, there is nothing.
You can't love Kwara United more than Ranger International. I trust you, them born you there, so I believe that one. Don't tell me lies. You can't. You Ranger.
No, let me tell you this. I've supported a lot of teams. I've supported a lot of teams in Nigeria. Okay, go on.
Because I want to watch Ken in Channel Television.
Okay, I know you buy fuel to watch us. You are our number 1 fan. I will love you for that. We love you. One day we are going to invite you. We are going to invite you to this show one of these days. When you are coming to Lagos, let us know so that at least I will see you. I don't know how you look like.
Until we are winning, please let us be winning so that I can make mouth like you are making mouth for Ranger.
No. The day you are going to come on this show, I want them to be Kwara United so I can laugh at you.
God will bless you.
Bless you too.
Ken, you need to cut away some slack, because really, it's not a good time to be a Chelsea fan
and a United fan. Did you hear that?
With what is currently,
and he's also supporting Falcons, Super Falcons.
So with what is happening to Chelsea, Kwara United, Please, it is well. Just take it easy.
The lines are still open, guys. You can join us, like we are saying, at that tournament where 3 teams will join the other qualifiers for the Women's World Cup. Cameroon did Africa proud by beating Thailand by 2-0. And then they will be facing Portugal on Wednesday to decide which of them will go through. We said Chinese. The other result was Senegal losing to Haiti. Haiti will take on Chile, and whoever wins, will go over there. But there was a match that took place early this morning. Maybe T will tell us about that match. It was between Paraguay and Chinese, Chinese Taipei. Yes. What? Chinese. Okay, let's go to Sapele. Is it? Ruben, I hope you caught us on Slack.
No, Mr. Ken.
What?
Ask you if you noticed that the league just started.
Okay, but they are potentially 4 points clear.
No, the league just started now, so now we are now separating them small.
Okay.
If you in our local palace here in Delta, they say who first call police. Not in the weekend sometimes. So we could watch Arsenal. Okay.
Super Falcons have lost. They are lost. Ruben, Super Falcons have played 7 matches and they lost all 7.
That is what I want to say.
Yes. See, 7 in a row. 7 losses. Hello. It is hello, not L. Hello.
Yes. But from the United States. United States keep winning their matches, the female ladies. And the one we brought, we have been losing straight consecutive 7 games. And everybody is keeping mute about it. It's not funny. If it was a Nigerian coach, we would have been calling for the head of that coach.
Yeah.
But we are still saying give him time.
But he said, Ruben, right now, he said he's proud of the team. He said he's proud of the team.
It's not the result we expected, but at least we can take some learnings into the future. We are building for the future.
We are building for the future.
That is the question. This whole thing is becoming it's becoming a cliche with Nigerian sport. We keep celebrating failures. We change from. I was thinking even the female handlers that handle the national team, the female handlers have done better than this.
Yes.
It's like Mourinho would say, it's better sometimes to.
All those guys who have taken,
who's dirty, like the way the ones that are handled, we struggle, but we're winning. Now we are playing good football according to the coach, and we are losing. So I don't understand. If I prefer to play basketball and win than to be playing good football and lose all our games. So I think they should call the coach to order if he's going to go to the. Now.
Maybe just prepare pre-season losses, maybe preparing them for a tournament and use it to test and see probably by the time he gets there.
Last time I wanted to remind your guest whether he's watching the Qatari League now. I mean the Saudi Arabia
League. Which of them? Yeah, are you telling me?
But I know he's watching.
He's watching. He's watching.
Next time I call, we will now debate who is the real goat now.
This conversation ended a long time ago.
Don't worry. When they announce the winner, the winner of the
the best.
We have announced our own. Leave FIFA to announce, and we have announced.
I run the parallel government.
Are you running? You said, are you running a parallel government? Who have you announced?
Don't worry, Nigeria has their own parallel government. We are running our own football here.
We're not going there.
We're not talking politics. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure hearing from you. Okay.
So the game between Paraguay and Chinese Taipei. Chinese Taipei were 2 goals up.
Yeah.
With just 10 minutes to go, Paraguay out of nowhere scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. So the game moves into additional time, into extra time.
Yeah.
And then Chinese Taipei win the penalty. Penalty is taken by Pao Xin-Swan. She wears just number 21.
Yeah.
And she goes on to blast the penalty over the bar. Extra time finishes, and then they move into penalty shootouts properly. And then she's listed to take a penalty again.
Yes.
And then she steps up and she hits it the first time and the goalkeeper saves it. And the referee points and says, no, the goalkeeper has stepped off her line and she should retake the penalty. And then she plays the penalty again and the goalkeeper saves it again.
Are you saying he lost 3 penalties? She lost 3 penalties.
And she was just, nobody could console her. But it happens, one of those things. I really felt that it would have even been the breeze in the park, walk in the park for Paraguay, but they put up a fight and they were able to overcome. But it was comical. But then you looking at it, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
No, it will have. I don't know how she can sleep.
Exactly, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
I mean, what was it? John Terry when he lost that 2008 that penalty.
Yes.
And then he said, look,
against Manchester United.
I mean, when you have that harrowing experience,
until they won it again in 2012,
yes.
Then he felt he had redeemed himself.
Yes.
Because he would not be able to sleep.
But some people don't have that opportunity to do that. I mean, everybody will just be on you.
I can imagine what is happening to Punch Chuan.
Chinese Taipei. And before you talk too much, the last time the Super Falcons played Chinese Taipei, Chinese Taipei, they actually beat us 2-0. So
everybody's beating us again.
We have a caller.
All right. Okay, let's go from here. Where are we?
Sarah from Rivers.
We are going to Rivers State. Wow. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Very calming voice.
Yeah.
Let's hear you.
Okay, good afternoon. Yes, I'm sure you don't even remember me. My name is Sarah David. I'm the chairman, Sports Writers River. I meant to just add my voice to the sad situation of, the tragic death of Christain Atsu.
Atsu, yeah.
We'll just make some decisions and they haunt us. I mean, the man who had a flight for 11 p.m., you couldn't leave, or he had to change his mind because they scored that 97-minute goal. And at the end, that was, the flight was due for 11. That's about 4 hours, before the earthquake. But unfortunately for him, he went down with the earthquake after canceling his flight. But then that, by the side, our heart goes out to the Ghanaian Football Association for his demise.
Thank you.
The Super Falcons of Nigeria. I mean, it's quite sad, really sad. I mean, disheartening to see that we now struggle. We struggle. I mean, for 7 matches, we're not getting results, and nobody's saying anything, and the coach is saying that he's confident. I mean, it's really sad. We have coaches in Nigeria. We have the likes of, Messi Akide. We have the likes of Uche Ukeria. I mean, we had,
Mori Madu is still there.
Most successful coach in Nigeria. Yes, he's aging, but then he could be brought on, on consultation basis.
Yeah.
So what are we saying? Unfortunately for us, unlike the male folks, the local coaches have been fantastically better for us with the women. Unlike the we've given opportunity to our local coaches, and of course, we haven't seen them deliver. But for the female folks, let's look inward, because given the fact that have done really well with the ladies than the men. I mean, look at a certain Thomas Danabi came. What was the result?
What was the result?
What was the pattern of play for this girl? We have a certain Danabi. I mean, a university coach.
That's Sarah David. So, for those of you who follow football, you understand who she is. She knows what she's talking about.
Absolutely.
And then that is why you can get this informed contribution.
Okay, but just like Sarah said,
our females have been fantastically okay.
Okay, so
why?
Among the stakeholders,
yes,
among the stakeholders, is there a conspiracy of silence?
Who are the stakeholders?
The stakeholders in this project.
The
7 consecutive state losses. Would any Nigerian coach have survived that?
Imagine you're handling the national team and you lose 7 matches in a row.
I don't want to say anything, man. I don't want to say anything. All right, we're going to Imo State. Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Bright.
Good afternoon. Chief Bright Ago.
Bright Ago, how are you? All right, Bright, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, go on.
So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I'm fine. The sports presenter, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon,
yeah,
Bright. Go on.
I love your program.
Thank you.
Briefly, I want to talk about the Super Falcons. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk about Super Falcons. But before I do that, let me express my heartfelt sympathy to the family of Christain Atsu, who lost his life in that earthquake tragedy right there in Turkey. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Yeah. So, what are Nigerians doing concerning this Wardrum, the coach of Super Falcons? You see, our people love foreigners more than the indigenous. But how do we intend to pay back our ex-internationals? Because I know there are ex-internationals who can do better than this Wardrum. It's not doing anything with Super Falcons. If you ask me, Super Falcons is better than this coach. And our people, I mean the leaders or people concerned are not doing anything about it. They have played 7 matches under this coach, Wardrum, and they have lost that 7 matches.
Bright.
I mean, I don't know what is happening.
Chief Bright, sorry. Can you just... Yes, we want to go on a short break. Just if you can hold on, you hold on. When we come back, we can continue. Yes, but we are going on a short break. We are going on a short break. Just hold on. Just hold on. We'll continue with you. Just very short, we'll continue when we come back. Yes. If you tell yourself that you are the best, you are the world best, that's what it is. When we want to win the FIFA World Cup or anything, we talk about, but Americans will play baseball because they say it is the World Series. Whoever wins is the world champion. Americans will play our basketball and say it's the world. They'll go and do that WWE and say it's the world champion. World champion. I don't understand this, but that is where they are. That is either in a catch-22 situation, it is either the American or the American. And that is what that is what we also believe, the Nigerian spirit, the Nigerian man, the Nigerian woman, the Nigerian child, wherever we are, have that tendency to excel, to dominate. That when you enter there, it is a wow thing. It's a Nigerian thing. So we can't be taking 7 L's. I tell you this. All right, let's come back to Lagos. Yinka, how are you? No. Yinka, are you there? No.
Since the semi-final loss at the last Women African Nations Cup against Morocco, the Super Falcons have gone on to, as in, like you said, elu. As in, and that's why I asked that question. Is there a conspiracy of silence amongst the stakeholders? Because if you look at it, I remember back in 2013, proud to Keshi's team winning the Nations Cup. The quarterfinal game against Cote d'Ivoire, the NFF thought in their mind that, they were going to lose this game. They were already speaking to they were already planning to bring the team back, speaking to other coaches. For a manager that has gone 7 on a losing streak of 7
he has confidence in the team,
and nobody is saying anything. If it were to be a local, which Nigerian coach would have survived?
Will survive 7.
No, it's
on the bright side. But he's still in a job.
Anyway,
okay. All right, I think Yinka is back. Hello, Yinka.
This is Yinka.
Yeah, Yinka, how are you?
So I want to just want to talk about the AFCON. Hello.
Yeah, go on, Yinka.
Tell me. I can't hear you clearly.
No, don't worry. We are hearing you clearly. Just go on and talk to us.
Okay, you are hearing me?
Yeah, very clearly, yeah.
So I just admire your show. That's why I'm calling.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We are glad we made you happy. Let's go to England. Let's go to England. Last week, those of you, a lot of made fun of Arsenal. That look, this is a journey too far. Ruben and Sapele said they are still watching them. They lost that epic encounter, against City this weekend. All through. Let us see the results and see, because the City itself now are stumbled. Okay, take that. Early kickoff.
Aston Villa. That was the training game yesterday. Arsenal came back twice to defeat Aston Villa. 4-2. Brentford playing the 1-0 draw against Crystal Palace. Another late goal from Brentford.
Brentford also equalized against Arsenal.
Yes, to preserve their unbeaten run at home. They've not lost a game at home this season. Brighton losing at home to Fulham by 0-0.
What's happening to Chelsea?
Chelsea, I don't know. The mistake was they didn't sign me. Chelsea has, because they were signing everybody.
Forrest was signing everybody. That's Everton.
Everton, yes. Okay. I think Chelsea losing at home. James Ward-Prowse, the only chance he had in the game, and he converts it. And he is now second highest all-time free kick taker. Second all-time, Okay. Second only to David Beckham, who has 18 free kicks. He has 17 free kicks.
Wow, just one more, and then
one more he equals another one. Two more he actually.
And if something goes down, I mean, that means unless he chooses to stay with them.
Most likely he might choose to stay with them or come back and still end up scoring more goals. Everton defeated Leeds by 0-0 yesterday. Nottingham Forest, shocking result from yesterday's fixtures, playing a 1-0 against Manchester City. City had too many chances to win that game, but unfortunately they didn't take any one of them
away.
Exactly. Wolverhampton Wanderers losing at home to Bournemouth, and Newcastle, emotional game. Where they pay tribute to Christain Atsu.
That's the second loss, and there are two losses to Liverpool.
Yes, to Liverpool. They're only the second loss of the season. And Liverpool came out firing all cylinders, and they even picked up a red card.
And then what happened to the Newcastle goalkeeper?
He
wanted to knock the ball,
and then somehow he goes with his hand.
Caught it and
that's accidental. That is accidental.
It was accidental, but
he didn't. It wasn't a deliberate.
He knew in his
no.
He knew that he was out of the box.
Yes, he went with the head. He wanted to knock the ball.
He stopped the goal-bound move.
It was a goal-bound move, and
the referee was. Before we go to the table, I'm talking about the Super Falcons and Chelsea. This means Chelsea have now won just 2 games in their last 14. Wow. In their last 14.
So the coach has a job.
No, but you can understand Potter's situation. Given that Potter was given a 5-year contract. I don't know who does that. For a coach coming from Brighton. Ken was here last week defending Potter. And
I'm still defending him.
Because it is. And you're not defending Wardrobe. No. Fear God now. Fear. And you're saying hello. What's Chelsea doing? You see,
Chelsea.
Some money.
Okay, let's say the call.
That's Mike calling from Lagos.
Mike. Hello. Go on.
Hello, Mr. Mike. Yes.
Mike, how are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed your program as always.
Thank you. Go on.
I don't like your talk.
Okay.
I like the talk you are putting on.
Thank you very much.
The talk you are putting on is very classy. Doesn't look at it like the country society.
Mike, let's talk sports.
I'm so glad only because of these our girls.
Maybe they will pick up before they go to the World Cup.
These are our guests. I don't know what is happening. Let us say our faith or to go and disgrace ourselves and the World Cup.
Maybe they will do like the World Cup. Yeah.
If there's something we can do, please, we can do it. I saw a guy,
Elegbele, yes.
But what he said gladdens my heart this morning in our local league.
Yeah.
If I would take care of your match officials. Because I was surprised. I can count 1, 2, 3 away wins. There's a new development too. It needs to be in our match prayer.
Yes.
Chiefs and officials. should play according to the rules.
Yeah, because
So
that yes, Mike. Okay, go on. I want to give you information here on that. The referees now, the moment the referees committee, which are formed by the FA, bring their names and they are listed. Once the team goes there, they collect they pay the referees before the match now, not when they're owing them. So I mean, they don't have any. They have no cost. Before you go to enter the pitch, you're already seeing the alert. So why would you go and perform your duty? Yes.
It's a very good news to me. I'm so glad. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much. Yeah.
We should remember AJ. We should put him in prayer. We should not use because of no fuel, no cash. Remember AJ. They are going to America to pray. Let us put in their prayers.
He won't lose this time around.
Thank you. Have a pleasant Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Thank you so much, Mike.
Ken, if a managerless Southampton can pile misery on Chelsea, if a Super Falcons goes without a coach, I think they will do better than what we currently have. Because what's the essence of...
No, again, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. We don't want to look at it.
If it were to be the male side, I can even excuse it. But for the female side, where we've had local coaches, both male and female,
dominating Africa.
The docilates of this world, God bless them. But it's unfortunate that we keep bringing down ourselves. And you see, I blame your constituency. Now, and that's why I asked that question. Is there a conspiracy of silence? Something needs to give.
Something needs to give. And then something is happening in Manchester because, yes, Manchester United, the Glazers said, no man we want to sell. We want to sell now. So some billionaires are coming in. On Friday was the deadline they gave to them. I think for now we have about 4 bids that are right there on the table from the US, from Qatar, and then a lot of us. Look, we are doing this because the biggest team in the world want to make it also to be the best, the richest, and the best.
And he's the biggest team in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So the bids are coming in. British billionaires are Jim Ratcliffe.
Yes. The Qatari.
So a lot is happening. Yes. A lot is happening, and it shows what how do I put it? A big brand.
Yes.
Like Manchester United, what it means to a lot of people. The kind of the bid you are seeing.
Yes.
What we are attracting. Not some clubs that have gone insolvent.
Well,
the sponsorship.
For those of you that do not know,
and now Barcelona they might even go on relegation. But no, because it's not the news because of the week now.
Yes.
What is happening?
We need to understand. We need to understand a couple of things. Yes, the Premier League is the biggest league in the world.
Oh, I'm happy.
No, everybody knows this. In fact, there was even an incident not too long ago where Team Pep Guardiola and Javier Tebas, as the head of the La Liga, on Twitter, where Pep came for him and said, see, you had the 2 best players in the world, Messi and Ronaldo, playing in the league
for 10 years, 1 decade,
a whole decade, and you are not able to commercially make it, viable for people to sponsor. And the amount of what's the word I'm looking for now? Too many restrictions on the teams in the La Liga. It's just so much. Even up to salary caps, we can't even compete favorably against the Premier League and other leagues in Europe.
No, but what Barcelona and Real Madrid pays,
you will say payment in terms of how they're able to buy, not what they're able to pay in salaries.
Salaries.
On who exactly? How many players?
Are you saying those players are leaving England to go to Spain to earn less?
How many of them?
Don't worry, we shall get that. We shall work on it
because it's an issue.
We are going to. We deal with facts. We deal with facts.
I'm saying that Manchester United is the biggest club in the world. Come on, Ken. Now you don't say that now. You don't say that.
Which one is
Manchester United?
The only team that can compare with United is probably Real Madrid, not the chicken Barcelona.
Yeah, that beat you twice in 2 Champions League.
Okay, so we have Sheikh Jassim, you know, and Radcliffe. They all been but okay, let's take the results. The
Arsenal are back on the
Arsenal
are back on top of the log,
yeah.
And good for them. What made that victory even sweeter was the fact that City dropped point against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Jorginho now can finally shoot the ball. I don't know when Jorginho started shooting, but I was really happy for Arsenal yesterday. But then again, do not sleep on Liverpool. I think they have a good run of forms, games that actually push them up back into the top.
Yes, and Ken Osimhen is leading the scorer chart in
yes, I wouldn't take that. Osimhen, 18 goals, is the top scorer, and then Napoli are up there. I mean, Napoli can only lose this league if they want to lose it, and that is the referee that missed that Brentford match. You know,
Mason was in charge of VAR on that.
Yeah, so he has.
Yeah, he has, actually, I think by mutual consent, he's no longer.
He said he's no longer officiating
after 15 years.
After 15 years, because I think he slept off or something. He forgot to draw the line. But that just in the relation of duty, it wasn't intentional. But he said, if I can't do this and whatever, it has been happening. They have apologized. But he says, the box stops on my desk. I take the responsibility, and that is it. And he quits. So that is it. If we learn to take responsibilities, sometimes not just, I don't think going the extreme the way it is, but then that is what integrity is all about. And I hope on integrity we stand. I'm Ken Ochonogo. Have a blessed Sunday.